strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover.
No, easy, hold on.
As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them. As America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against a culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how.
What the fuck?
By refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
Buzzin', what is up with Tarantino, man?
What?
What happened to him?
People say I got a real twisted sense of humor.
He looks like he should be on the back of a $10 bill.
Oh my God.
Royce Lopez.
I don't know what it is about him.
Hola, me llamo Royce.
Maybe I'm sick of hearing about him.
Yeah, I don't like hot hair.
Maybe it's his face. He's a punchable face.
You wouldn't download a pig, would you?
He's done nothing to me. He's probably a nice guy.
I don't care.
I don't know what it is about the guy.
Big Cranberry has been lying to you.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast.
He looks like he should be flying a kite with a fucking key on it. Brendan says he hasn't been able to use the N-word for a while. That's the source of his youth.
Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time. Here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce.
Fuckers. Goddamn fuckers.
We're just talking about credit card fraud.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the show. It's Revenge of the Sis. You boys.
Hi, guys. Welcome aboard.
Hopefully soon to maybe be making money again, boys.
We'll see, man. We're doing everything we can to be, listen.
We got big things in the works. Sponsors.
Lots of stuff. We got some new sponsors that are coming on board.
We got some insiders now in the business.
In the biz.
We're selling out.
Also,
I love Israel.
Hey, can I point something
Oh,
out?
yeah, bro.
I always love them. Let me point something out. This is something that was, we had one of our best days for locals and Patreon signups yesterday. Like, it was probably one of the biggest days. We got 6 new monthly subscribers on locals and 2 new annuals, which those are fucking awesome. And we got like 7 new patrons too. Which
Let's go.
No, I'm so sorry. We got 3 more since this morning. We got 10 new patrons now. Which, by the way, guys, if you sign up at $7 a month, you get all of Wednesday's show, which of course is the most fun one, and we answer questions on the second half of Friday's show and hang out with you guys and kind of talk about and play whatever you guys want us to do. And of course our movie riffs. So, patreon.com/we're not sorry and revengeofthesist.locals.com. Or if you're on Rumble, you get click down below.
And that's it, man. We're in the new era. We're gonna get Blue Chew. All right. We're gonna sell weed gummies. And you know what? We love Israel. We love trans people. This is a new era of ROTC. We love it. We love YouTube. You guys are great. You gave us our channel back. You're good dudes.
And by the way, we're changing the name of the show to Compliance of the Sis.
There we go.
So that's the new name of the show.
Stupid.
Yeah. No, look, my point is this, Merchant. I think you're going to agree with me.
What if we rebrand? We go to the third movie.
Okay.
Return of the Retards.
Return of the Retards is good. I like that. I like that. But Mersh, listen, I need to do whatever it takes. I don't think you understand because I too want to be holding up empty binders that mean nothing today. I'd like to do that, I'd like to be the Griff Squad. And by the way, this has backfired so fucking tremendously because there's a bunch of that I would consider normie tier right-wing accounts that are making fun of this. Like, this is fucking retarded.
Everyone hates this.
You've seen it, right?
Everyone hates. First of all, if you go, everybody yesterday was calling it. The minute fucking Pam Bondi went on Fox News and was like, I am confident that tomorrow we're going to get some more information about Epstein. And I'm like, that is not what you promised. You promised day one, we're dropping the nuke. And then it's like there was never, we want, listen, Pam and all you fucking right-wing grifters, what we want you to understand is the kids, we know what they call it nowadays? It's called a content nuke.
Yeah.
That's what these kids call it. We want a content nuke. We don't want this YouTuber approach to exposing Epstein where, you know what, I'm just going to read a little bit of the stuff every day and read super chats. We want one 20-minute video calling somebody a PDF file. We want a content nuke.
Yeah. No, but seriously, I do not need libs of TikTok, DC Drano to fucking, and Mike Cernovich to fucking filter the news for me. We can handle it. And the moment I posted this on Twitter, Mersh, and of course people are saying, we're jealous. We're just jealous because we're not them. Look, I would rather live in a box underneath the freeway than be libs of TikTok, DC Drano, or Cernovich. Oh, why? Oh, people forget. You remember libs of TikTok was telling people to report other students to the ADL? I remember. And you know what else Pepperidge Farms remembers? I remember Mike Cernovich saying, hey, man, just wear a mask. Don't be a jerk. Wear a mask. It's a cold. Don't be a jerk. And also, I don't know, raise your hand if you had to plead down a rape charge. None of us have. He did. So maybe we fucking calm down with these people.
Yeah, I never had to do that because there were no witnesses.
That's not called fucking jealousy because here's the question I have for you. No, but here's a question I have for you. If you want to reward journalists that have been actually covering this forever, why isn't Alex Jones up there with one of those fucking binders? Oh, he was covering before all these fuckers were, but he's not up there, right? No. You got to get the people that are the little power brokers on the internet. Libs of TikTok is not a journalist, okay? All she does is steal TikTok videos and post them on Twitter, which, by the way, I'm not even against that as a Twitter content filter. I think it's funny. It's a good, funny bit. But then to be uplifted by these people like she's some sort of journalist, she's breaking the news. No, she's not. She's fucking annoying.
Remember when she got her ass handed to her by Tommy Loren, just asking basic questions?
No, I know. I'm really sick of this shit.
Or remember when she was like, yeah, I'm sick of these millennials walking around with Nirvana shirts on.
Yeah, this is
that one.
Remember how she got famous because she got doxxed and then she immediately went on doxing people for 4 years?
Oh, Miss Libs of TikTok, I'm helping by getting people fired from their Home Depot jobs, you fucking retard.
And also, listen, I don't want this to be taken as in any kind of anti-Semitic way, right? Because I actually like Jewish women.
Okay, pump the brakes.
No, I'm just saying. We're
the new and improved, don't forget.
I like Jewish. What I'm about to say is fair.
Okay.
It's about her as an individual. I actually am attracted to Jewish women, right? And crazy right-wing Jewish women are kind of in my wheelhouse.
Wheelhouse?
Can we get a better one?
No.
You know what I mean? I'm not knocking Jews. I'm knocking her. There are plenty of really hot Jewish chicks that are like, yeah, I'm based and I don't like gays in my schools and stuff. Like, can we get a hotter one?
Well, so there's a lot of stuff that's going on with this, and something else here. Let me pull something else up here. This is hold on. I'll play that in a second. So then, after this terrible PR release, here's what happened. Just right before we went live, Attorney General Pam Bondi says the FBI is withholding Epstein documents from her. Here's the letter. Dear Director Patel, before we came into office, I requested the full and complete files related to Jeffrey Epstein. In response to this request, I received approximately 200 pages of documents, which consisted primarily of flight logs, Epstein's list of contacts, and list of victims' names and phone numbers. I repeatedly questioned whether this was the full set of documents. Responsive to my request was repeatedly assured by the FBI that we had received the full set of documents. Late yesterday, I learned from a source at the FBI field office in New York. It was in possession of thousands of pages of documents related to the investigation and indictments of Epstein. Despite my repeated request, the FBI never disclosed the existence of the files, and I spoke yesterday, was just surprised when I learned the new information. By 8 a.m. tomorrow, okay, so basically now she's asking for the full set of files. But wouldn't you, like, have known that by now before having this entire, like, whatever this botched attempt of, like, files that, you know, have nothing in them, because they don't. The only person that I've seen that's been been fair about it was Savannah Hernandez here.
Hey guys, this is Savannah Hernandez in front of the White House with, yes, one of those Epstein file binders. Now, I want to clear something.
Would, obviously, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, no. You know, we have to also set up a baseline.
Up immediately and
As
state
opposed
that
to a
nobody.
bunch of right-wing creators who have.
Wow. When in Asia.
From the Trump admin gave us these binders and said, you guys are going to be the ones responsible for disseminating this information.
Disseminating.
They actually told us that there's going to be a press conference at any moment now, most likely this afternoon, in which all of the information in this binder is made available to the American public.
That should have just been done.
But why?
This whole thing
What
looked
is
stupid.
this symbolic PR thing that we're doing?
Oh, this is to prop up our favorite little sycophants.
Now, Pam this morning stated to us that some of the information in here is already public, and she doesn't really feel that any of this information is a smoking gun. The big story here is Pam writing a letter to Kash Patel asking him to investigate why the FBI...
Here, I have something for you. Can I bring something else up?
No, it's not like it's your show.
Forget the flight logs.
It's not allowed.
Forget the flight logs. Wasn't there hours and hours and hours of recordings from the island?
Didn't they pull tons of boxes out of there?
Yeah. Where are those?
They pulled so many VHS tapes out of it, it looked like Pessy's house.
Oh, no. Let's see here. So this is...
They had a blockbuster's worth of rape tapes on that island.
And you know what the worst part is, Virgie? They didn't rewind them.
I hate when people don't rewind my rape tapes.
The worst part about the pedophile island tapes is that they weren't rewound.
That is really gross. Like, they used to charge you for that.
That's disgusting.
That's why the FBI never watched them. They didn't feel like rewinding.
You know how long it takes? You know how long it takes to rewind a tape?
They put it in the
Oh, God.
VCR and it immediately stops and they just go,
God
I'm
damn
going
it!
to
This
lunch.
is a max high capacity.
I'm just going to go to lunch.
You could fit the whole Titanic on one
And
of
the
these
quality's terrible because they recorded it on SLP mode. So,
man.
like, what? Oh, that's a joke for like 5
Motherfuckers.
people that are old enough to remember that. I remember my dad used to want to record raw, right?
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes it run it a little over, and we had the 2-hour tapes. But if you just record on SLP mode, it would be like 2 hours and 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, I remember
but then
that.
it would make
Looked
the
like
quality
shit.
so shitty.
Shit.
Fuck.
Damn
Yeah,
it,
sorry
man.
guys. Your young people don't even understand what we're talking about right now, but
You know what it was? The FBI's dad didn't want them to play their tapes on a different player because that messes up the tapes.
yeah.
It does mess up the hey, to be fair, It messes
It
up.
does.
Remember when you would have to, Merch, here's one for you. Remember when you would have to leave somewhere, but you wanted to watch a show, so you had to set up the super confusing VCR timer? It was the most.
That was the best.
Shut up, Bessie.
And then, you get the timer set up perfect, and then they change the time slot in the show.
And then the
you
show
just end up recording dumb shit.
Yeah. Or it would get preempted by something, and you'd be like, "Oh my god, the first 20 minutes is just a Dodgers game."
No, the first 20 minutes is just a Challenger explosion.
Yeah, wow, I'm glad I got that on tape. That might come in handy later.
All right, let's talk about the Epstein Files Phase 1. Now, I want to be clear about something. The people at the White House
Who's
today...
this weak-looking soy boy?
Yeah, no, seriously. This guy is such a
He
beta.
definitely looks like some kind of commie cuck.
What a beta.
Yeah, bro. What's your Reddit account?
that got this binder. Many of them are my friends. I like them. I respect them. I think they're great Americans, and good for them getting this binder, and I guess they're going to break news on this later tonight. I don't know. It's still kind of unclear.
I love Owen, dude. Owen is one of my favorite people. You would agree, Merch, to hang out with.
Oh, he's
Owen.
blessed.
Owen is so much fucking
He's the
fun to
most
chill
fun.
with. He's so much fun.
So I really respect and like the individuals that got invited to the White House today for this. However, this is quite literally the definition of a limited hangout.
Yeah.
This is not releasing the Epstein files. Phase 1? Why are we breaking this into phases? Why do we...
Because listen, it's like the Marvel universe, okay? You have to make money off of it. If you release it all at once, you can't. If you split it into 3 like movies,
Listen, let me explain to you.
like Wolverine versus Epstein's going to be good. We have to wait for that to come out though.
Listen, Owen Schroyer, guy who actually went to prison for January 6th. Let me explain to you how politics works.
We know
a guy who literally did prison time for screaming out a date.
Mercer and I are friends with way too many insurrectionist people, huh? Oh man, but we've already on the list before anyway. Who gives a shit?
We have time and energy and resources to dedicate to breaking the Epstein files into phases.
Because how are we going to get the super chats?
Come on, Owen! Owen!
You're
How
not
are we
getting
gonna get the
it.
super chats, Owen?
We got to slow bleed this thing.
Come on, dude. Do you understand? People are going to be getting their returns soon. Tax season's just around the corner. You don't have to make money, dude.
Now, I'm all about results.
Look, I hate having to explain how the world works, kid.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, what have you done for the movement?
What have you done for the movement, Owen? When was the last time you had boots on the ground?
Saying that about an Owen is so funny.
So if there's a strategy to this and it generates results, then good. I'll celebrate that. And I'll say, great work, great results. But I can't help but think that what we're witnessing today is not what we voted for. This is quite literally a limited hangout. And now you've got these people coming out of the White House with these binders, hanging them up like they're trophies, holding them up and doing photo shoots like...
That's so bad. It is, dude, the optics on it alone, right?
I
forget whether the files are real or not or fake and gay because whatever.
If I were invited to that, right, as we were getting ready to walk out, I would be going, wait, are we really doing this? Is there a way for me to opt out of this? I don't want to do this anymore. Can I go out the side door? Can you just tell them I wasn't here? Because I have a bad feeling about it. Like, how did
No, you know what I do? I got to use the bathroom. And then I'm leaving.
How are you that tone deaf?
I don't know, man. I don't really know. You're jealous. I'm sorry. I was told today you're jealous.
That would be like if I had a list of the most prolific, uncaptured pedophiles in your neighborhood, right? And I had a secret binder full of them. And I was like, listen, every time we hit $100 in super chats today, I'm going to release one name.
Whoa, okay.
Like, people would go, that's pretty...
Well, I'm going to take the 30% off that YouTube takes first, though.
By the way, the old Aaron. No, but we call that the old Corey Feldman. Remember when he
Yeah.
kept dangling names and he never gave us names, but he kept promising to release names. He kept raising money.
Yeah.
We never got any names.
They just got a Olympic medal or a trophy. Again, I like these people. I respect these people. I talk to these people. I interview these people. This has nothing to do with them as individuals. They're great. Good for them. They're going to break this
great guy
story, I hope. That's great. This is not releasing the files. Period. The American people want to see the files. And now I've got Pam Bondi going on Fox News last night. And I've got Elena Haba going on the news this morning saying, we're going to get the files. It's a matter of time. We're going to get the files. Folks, it has been years since Epstein died. It has been years. And they're saying, we need to protect the victims. We need to redact this, redact that. It's been years. It's been years. I'm all about results. I hope we get results. The fact that this is being talked about.
Listen, Owen, I'm glad you have hope. I don't know. I do not like the fact that these people this. I don't like this.
This is
And
basically
by the way,
the Twitter crew.
Yeah,
this is the Twitter crew.
If Biden would have had some sort of a list of all the J6ers that he arrested, and the Brooklyn dad was there along with like JoJo and shit, we would all be going like, "That's fucking disgusting. What is wrong with you?
What are we doing
Why
here?"
are you doing this?" So I'm not going to pretend like this is cool. Fuck this. Listen. If you're new around here, because there might be some people. I'll praise a lot of stuff. You fucking cut the government apart, rip it up, rip it out. I don't care. Close it down. Fucking abolish the IRA. I'm all for that. But this is fucking tone deaf, and this is fucking stupid. Come on, man. Do the heads of your department even talk to each other? What is this?
Yeah, I would be like, I got to get out of here. This is going to be, I don't think I could be in a room with some of these people.
Smiling, holding that. How gross
These
is
aren't
that?
good people. Like that's what really sucks. Is like this new right wing crew is just the same as the old left wing crew, man.
Yeah. Well, at least in the early life section. C-Mersh. Now NBC is running, I swear to God, well, you can read the title, is running interference for Fort Knox. Not kidding.
The people who live near Fort Knox have heard pretty much all the conspiracy theories.
Who would have taken the gold for it?
China, us,
I don't
Saudi
think-
Arabia.
By the way,
Israel.
this isn't like a heist movie. This isn't like The Italian Job. Nobody took the gold. It was literally sold, is the theory.
Mark Wahlberg sold it, though, like The Italian Job.
Yeah, well, no, Ed Norton stole it,
Stole
and he
it.
was going to
And
sell
he was-
it.
Yeah, he was. And Mark
then
Wahlberg
they
was
got
going
it
after
back.
him.
And Charlize Theron, and then
And
her
they were
kids
like in
turned trans.
they were like in one of those little Cooper
Mini
minis, Mini Coopers. Yeah, I remember that. Then there was the Brazilian Job. Remember that?
Hey, by the way, British people, when you move to Florida, you can buy a different car.
Oh, but that's all they know.
But it's retarded,
Yeah,
right?
it
You
is,
see how many
it is.
Mini Coopers we see around here?
The missing gold, I don't know. I don't have anything to do with
Where
it.
the gold at? That leprechaun took the gold.
About the federal facility at the heart of town where a huge chunk of the country's gold supply is stored.
Allegedly.
What's not a secret, President Trump's long love affair with gold. From bars with his
I
name
want
on-
all of the gold. Okay. I want it at the White House. I want to make coins and swim in it like Scrooge McDuck. They're like, Mr. President, you can't actually swim in coins.
You would break your neck.
You
would
will
break your
literally
neck.
smash
Yeah.
your whole face and neck. You'll crush your skull.
Make softer coins.
I have directed the Federal Reserve and the Department of Treasury and the U.S. Mint to start producing soft coins so that we can all swim in America's wealth. What?
I'm for it.
On it.
Do it or I'll primary you.
to signs outside his
Ew,
Manhattan.
imagine like paying for something and getting change back with soft fabric coins that have been touched by like countless Americans.
No.
Oh.
That sounds terrible. You roll them up and you do cocaine through them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God,
And
you get
that-
fibers.
Famous golden escalator that started his political career. He's now making a promise to find out once and for all, is the gold still there?
Okay, but this is simple. The rest of the story should just be like, they're going to open it up and he's going to go look, right? Why is there like still 4 minutes left in this video?
You know it is funny, right? Like if you if I'm in charge of anything, right? Like if somebody said, "Hey, I need you to babysit for me," right? And I'm like, "Okay, no problem," and I got to watch your kid for a few hours, right? And then you come back, and your kid's nowhere to be found, and I'm like, "He's fine. Your kid's fine." You're like, "Well, can you show me? I just want to come get my kid." I'm like,
You don't trust me?
I don't know why you're making a whole fucking thing of this. It's like, all you gotta do is show me the kid's okay, and then I'll leave. It's like, why are you freaking? Just all you have to do is go, all right, he is the president. We do have like some generals in here. Guys with 2 keys open up a thing and go, and then you go, see? It's right there. And you go, oh, cool. Because I was sick of arguing about
As soon as they
this.
walk away, a cardboard cutout falls down.
Thunk. It's just fake. Or it's just spray painted pieces of lead.
Yes.
We're actually going to Fort Knox to see if the gold is there.
Cool.
No.
Maybe
So
somebody
one of the
sold-
guys picks up a fucking one of the gold bars and unwraps it, and it's just chocolate.
Oh, that would be great.
Do I have any chocolate gold back there? I'm fucking starving.
I heard
No,
there
actually,
was
we
some
killed-
missing gold. Tell me where the missing gold is. I want to surf with my son.
I want to make a golden surfboard. That'll just sink, Nick. That'll immediately sink.
Gold is very heavy, Nick. Nick,
It's very
heavy.
dense.
Clues are on the money.
It's not the weight as much as the density, Nick. See,
I
water.
can't wait to watch National Surfing Treasure.
What if I coat my golden surfboard in oil?
Surf Lieutenant.
Surf Lieutenant. Bad Lieutenant 3.
Rad
Australian
Lieutenant
surf party.
surfs up.
Hold on, sorry. This is a serious show.
Is it?
No.
Tons of gold. Wouldn't that be terrible if we opened it up and there was no gold there?
It would actually be fucking
It
hilarious.
would be one of the funniest things.
You imagine how bad our markets tank immediately at the news?
Hear me out. You have Geraldo Rivera do it too. That way, it's the second time we open something and there's nothing there.
Oh no!
You know what's in there? Jimmy Hoffa. Ironically.
Honestly, I'd rather send Geraldo because what are the odds he opens up 2 empty vaults? I'm doing it. I'm sending Geraldo hoping there's gold there.
Right before he opens it, this is it, Geraldo. Your redemption arc.
We're going to be very upset.
Despite the president's speculation, there's no evidence the gold is not there.
Then
but
open the. Hold on.
There's
Then
also
open the
no
door.
evidence that the gold is there.
Can you open the door?
Both
Hold
arguments.
on.
Both arguments can be made.
Yeah.
You're right. There's no evidence the gold's not there, but it's like Schrodinger's gold. There's also no evidence that the gold is there. I don't know if the gold's alive or dead. It's in the box. Can we open the box?
Which we'll get into in just a bit.
Fort Knox is one of the most secure places in this
Really? Because it
country.
looked pretty. It looked like a building with a gate around it.
Yeah. Guy with a handicap thing and paint on his shirt. Why don't you shut up?
So I am 100% sure that the gold is there.
Hey, idiots! Nobody's saying again that fucking Ed Norton and Mark Wahlberg and Charlize Theron got a bunch of Mini Coopers and stole the gold. What we're saying is it could have been very easily, under the guise of legitimate transactions,
Yes.
sold out from under us.
Without us knowing. Correct. That is what we're saying. No, exactly. They're not going underneath it like in Die Hard 3.
No, they'd be showing up with the same run-of-the-mill military trucks that you
That
see
you
coming
see
and
every
going all
day,
the time.
You fucking retard.
And then they would just come and go, and you go, they must have been dropping off troops to protect all that gold.
Because there's so much of it.
Those conspiracies,
What if
almost
Fort
as
Knox
old
really is just like that old conspiracy theory where all the missing like celebrities that people think are still alive are just in there playing cards?
Yeah.
as the first deposits back in 1937.
Minimum offensive. No, listen, hey, bud, your defense of this is the history of Fort Knox doesn't really, that's not the defense.
How about this? There is gold at Fort Knox, but that's also where they're hiding Epstein.
Oh, yeah.
And they're just afraid we're going to open up the door and Jeffrey Epstein's going to be in there surrounded by gold.
Of course, the
Could
U.S.
you imagine you open up the doors and Jeffrey Epstein's in there and you're like, wait a second. And he goes, hold on. I'm really good with money.
Yeah. And you're like, let's hear him out.
Go on.
Let's hear him out.
Doesn't rely on gold anymore.
Look, we got a
to back-
$36 trillion deficit, Jeff. You help us out of this one. We might just get you your island back.
For James Bond film Goldfinger, after its villain tried to tank the economy by ruining the gold supply. Of course, the U.S. doesn't rely on gold anymore to back the dollar.
So that's not an excuse to not let me know if it's in there, though.
Can I go so far? Not only is it not an excuse, some would argue that's a terrible thing.
Yeah. Some would argue that's a reason for you to believe there's no gold in there.
A change finalized by Richard Nixon in 1971.
Thank you, Richard Nixon. Your legacy is intact.
But we still keep a ton of it, or really
Professional truth teller Richard Nixon.
tons of it, locked up. An expert we asked told us it's basically collateral.
There might be foreign currency reserves, there might be gold reserves, and this increases the confidence.
Wait a minute. There might be gold. There might be fucking won in there.
Why don't you just tell me what's in there?
That the dollar is sound.
The U.S. Mint says about half of.
Love your sense of humor. So fucking retarded.
But no, hold on. No, I don't even understand this thing. Hold on. So they're saying, the guy's even saying, look, the hypothetical gold is important or our money collapses. You're not making me feel better, right? Like, does that make anyone feel better?
If we open up this place, if there is seriously no gold in there, I cannot even describe how catastrophic that will be.
The economy would crumble.
Bitcoin would skyrocket.
That's what would happen.
But the economy would be dead.
Also, gold would skyrocket.
True.
Because there would be less gold.
Oh, God, that's right.
Yeah.
Like, where's all this
if
gold?
if you can't trace it, it's out of the system.
The U.S. Mint says about
somewhere right now. There's like a Chinese businessman lighting his cigar with a gold brick.
Oh my God!
Half of the country's gold is
Oh,
at Fort.
yeah, I built the gold pyramid. I
Knox.
decide I'm going to Wuhan. I built the gold pyramid out of real gold bars. I want to make life-size reconstruction of Giza pyramids, but with gold bars.
Sound.
The U.S. Mint says about half of the country's gold is at Fort Knox. The whole thing built under thousands of tons of steel and concrete.
How do you spell steel?
Heavily guarded. And secrecy is part of the point.
This is for the unbelievers. Okay.
I feel like it was really easy for that guy to do
Yeah,
it.
it seemed like very easy back then.
Wow,
to just go,
1974. They kind of just walked in and showed us.
They just strolled in there, popped the door open, and went, "Hey, get a load of all this gold." And then they shut the door, and everybody left.
He literally said, "For all those non-believers."
More than twice since FDR.
Can I just say, that gold is gone.
I don't think it's there. Dude.
I don't think it's
buy
there.
it. I'm sorry,
No,
man.
it's
I'm
not.
going full conspiracy on this one. I don't think there's gold in Fort Knox, or if there is, it's very little.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say there's
Like there's
none.
one bar with some cobwebs, like a cartoon.
Well, it's like the suitcase from Dumb and Dumber. Like there was
Yeah.
still some cash in it.
But it's IOUs.
It's mostly IOUs,
and these are just as good.
It's like you have a briefcase with $250,000 in it, and at the end it's all IOUs, and then like $2,500. Like that's what it's gonna
be.
It's an empty
Time and-
room. It's an empty room with a box on a table in the center, and when Trump opens it up, it's just a piece of paper that says "A child's innocence."
Wow, that was the real treasure all along.
What if it's like, we're sorry, Trump, but the gold is in another castle.
Damn it.
We have to start this whole thing over
Damn
again.
you, Bowser!
God damn it!
And I'll tell you that, frankly, I hope the next place is not a water level. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of the water levels.
And don't give me that ice level either. That's just frozen water.
Give me the one with the bullets. I know I can dodge bullets. I've dodged them before.
Jesus Christ.
That was really funny.
Oh.
Okay, sorry. There's no gold in Fort Knox.
Or for a group of journalists and
there has to be a fucking Donald Trump Mario ROM hack. Hold on.
Of course there is.
members of Congress to dispel rumors the gold
You find it.
was gone. The second time during the first Trump administration, when then Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin got a look for himself.
Played by Chris Parnell in this photo.
The gold was there when I visited it. I hope nobody's moved it.
Trust me. Okay.
I'm sure they haven't.
So did Kentucky's Republican governor at the time, who's dismissing the conspiracies this week.
It is so
Okay, hold on. This is actually kind of better. So there's a tiny little ROM hack called Super Trump 64. but you don't play as Trump. You play as a Mexican Mario trying to climb the border wall.
What?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Don't get killed by a levitating dog. Hello, internet, and welcome back to another episode of Yub Plays around this place. Man, this America place.
He's got
nuts.
a sombrero.
Okay, I'm feeling like I need to get
This is retarded.
over here. Ah! He got me. He's gonna get me. Run! It doesn't even. The camera doesn't even know what's going on. How am I supposed to know? Okay.
Man, I will say
That's
this.
the Mexican hat dance.
Yes.
I will
I am
say
the
his
freaking
complaining
best.
about
Okay.
the controls
Oh,
is
okay.
giving
Ooh,
me
that guy.
flashbacks
Yeah.
to what a
We
nightmare
gotta
this game
do-
was to play.
Bro, the N64
Yeah,
had
boy.
the worst
Yeah,
fucking
boy.
controls.
I did not realize that this was.
All right. Okay, anyway. Yeah, there's no gold in Fort Knox.
Man.
All right. Dude. Yeah, this is
That breaking
RIP.
news overnight, the mysterious death of Gene Hackman and his wife and dog found dead in their home in Santa Fe, New Mexico. 95-year-old actor, what a string
Poor
of
dog.
performances garnered so many
He
awards
was fucking great though. Like Gene
He was
Hackman.
all right.
What?
I'm joking. I'm
for
joking.
his roles in The French Connection, Unforgiven.
No, I agree with you,
The
Royce.
Coach
That
in
dog was awesome.
Hoosiers, and the villain opposite Christopher Reeve, Superman. Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman has the latest on the investigation. Good morning, Matt.
I remember when they cast him as Lex Luthor, like he refused to shave his head for the role. That's why in the first one he had hair.
Yeah,
At the
I know,
end,
it was
they put a
great.
bald wig on just to the yeah.
Good morning, George. And right now, we have to underscore that authorities at this point say there is no foul play suspected, no threat to the public. The Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office says it's still working to determine the exact cause of death for Hackman and his wife,
Christopher Reeve's ghost,
Betsy Arakawa, and even
I was
when
going to
they
say the
died,
horse finishing the job of the rest of the cast.
Yeah, well, F in the chat, and I feel bad for Trachtenberg now because a much bigger star died, so nobody really cares.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, we were already over Michelle Trachtenberg anyway. I mean, how much play was that going to get?
Who?
Exactly.
He Michael Jacksoned her Farrah Fawcett.
My favorite tweet about Michelle Trachtenberg was somebody posted a picture of her and they went, man, now he's like, now the deep state is taking out 2000s mids just to make us think Zendaya's like good or whatever. It was like just to push Zendaya on us. They're taking out all our 2000 mids.
Who do you think took out Brittany Murphy?
She wasn't mid though.
Heroin.
She was not a mid though.
No, it's fair. SPLC investigator says, careful, if you keep bullying Jeffrey Epstein, you're going to be back on the hate watch list. Oh, that's right. The Betzloff says, remember when Mike Thurnovich wrote about chemically salty taste of transsexual penis?
Mm-hmm.
Sweaty Zeus, I was stationed at Fort Knox in 2008. The entire base, including the vault security, said it was empty. Also, do you not read Ko-Fis anymore? Sent one yesterday. Hold on, I'll look now. If you sent one, I've been trying to read them. Oh, you did send one. I'll read it right now. R.I.P. to regular ROTC mention of my childhood crush, Michelle Trachtenberg. R.I.P. Jewish princess. Sorry, I missed that one. My bad, but I got it now.
Dude, even Paul was dead threads that were F in the chat. Good night, sweet princess.
Sweaty Sue's also was. When was the last audited in gold was trading at $33 an ounce? LOL. It should theoretically be 100 times the value. Yep. Genocide Circus. The vault is just full of Joffrey Bucks, Marlboro Miles, and that briefcase belonging to Marcellus Wallace. All right. We got some more ICE raids going on. You want to check them out?
And now to the continued immigration crackdown taking place across the country.
Yeah, we like her.
Here in South Florida, ICE agents detained nearly
Okay,
a
I didn't know if
dozen.
this was Cali or Florida.
South Florida.
Here's the thing, right? When you see it, sometimes you see an anchor like this who's so hot that the specific market she's in narrows down to about 5 places. Like you look and go, all right, it's LA, that's New York City, or it's South Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, she's one of ours.
People in Oakland Park today. Local 10's Chris.
Oakland Park. Oof.
It's a nice place.
No, it's not.
It's a park.
Yeah, well, not that good. Industrial. Industrial.
Christina Vasquez is live.
It's one of those parks you build in SimCity because the pollution's too high.
Yeah.
Exclusive, Christina.
The scene unfolding during morning rush hour near the intersection. I'm joining you live. Take a look.
Beautiful Oakland Park.
A spokesperson for Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Homeland Security Investigations Miami, said what you are looking at are special agents conducting a criminal investigation this morning near Northeast 38th Street and North Dixie Highway in
By the way,
Oakland
here in
Park.
Florida, simply being here illegally is still a crime.
Yeah.
Pulling over a box truck. Here's a view from Sky 10, arresting 11 what they refer to as criminal aliens, non-U.S. citizens residing in the United States who are accused of committing serious crimes for which they may be deportable. All 11 now being processed by Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
I'm not running a popularity contest.
That's Tom Homan, the Trump
Yeah, we know who he
administration's
is.
so-called border czar on the
Not
Fox
so-called. That's what he's called.
News program Fox and
I'll
Friends
still
earlier
never
today.
understand the protecting of the ones who actually committed crimes.
Right, honestly, so far the ones that he has been going after been like the rapists and like fucking murderers and like violent criminals and ones that were
And people are like harboring.
Yeah.
Harboring a criminal is illegal no matter where they're from.
Exactly.
Make our community safer, especially from illegal alien violent crime. That's exactly what we're doing.
Last month, before Trump started his second term, the Department of Homeland Security stated that in fiscal year 2024, DHS completed over 685,000 removals and returns, more than any prior fiscal year since 2010. That included, take a look, more removals to countries other than Mexico than in any prior fiscal year, they said.
Get off!
In recent weeks, Immigration and Customs Enforcement officials have said they plan to ramp up enhanced multi-agency immigration and customs
Remember that guy? Remember the Bonefish Girl guy?
enforcement operations.
We
have a bonefish.
alien
Oh, their shrimp is banging.
The Bang Bang shrimp?
Oh my god, it's so good.
I just let everybody know I just got away
Bro.
to Turkey to get hair plugs. That's why I got
I
my
used
hat
to-
on. I told me I got to wear a hat for a couple of days. I got hair plugs.
I have a friend, Royce, who used to be a waitress there, and every night she would bring home like all the Bang Bang shrimp.
Dude, the Bang Bang shrimp is fire.
Oh my fucking Christ!
I mean,
bro.
it's basically just sugar, but it's fire.
It's so good.
Community support has been pouring in for a family in South Jersey. They're the owners of a beloved family restaurant in Haddon Township called Jersey Kebab. But more than 24 hours ago, they got an unexpected visit from Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers. Our Jennifer Lee is live in Haddon Township, where the business is
Were they there legally?
closed today, Jen. But loyal customers, they are stepping up in a big way for this family, and they're outraged as well.
Yes, absolutely. The husband and wife who own Jersey Kebab right over my shoulder here at the corner here in Haddon Township, they were taken in by ICE yesterday. The business, as you mentioned, Sheba, is closed today, and you can see there are several people standing outside. One of them at the center in that group is the couple's oldest son, Mohammed Eminet, and he helps the family run this business here. And we've been seeing customers stopping by all day, saying oldest son standing up. Custody with a GPS ankle monitor, but his wife Emine was detained. The couple has 4 children together. One of them is autistic and highly dependent on his
I
mother.
wonder which one. I wonder which kid it is in that photograph.
Well, let's take a look. Maybe we can figure it out.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Which one's the autistic?
The baby.
Let me zoom in.
obviously.
Hold on. I have to zoom in. The one that looks like he's staring into my soul?
Yeah, the one who has literally a school shooter's stance.
Does
That's
anyone
what-
else hear the Does anyone else hear the Clockwork Orange ultra violence theme?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I don't like this.
Mother.
Fucking Rashish Klebold over here.
The main person in our family. Without her, we cannot handle this family.
The couple owns Jersey Kebab in Haddon Township. Ever since opening in 2021, they've offered free food to those who can't afford it. Many customers stop by to show support and express outrage.
They're just great people. It's great food. It's a travesty what happens to them. Really, I'm disgusted with it. And so is a lot of the other neighbors.
Jalal says the surprise visit from ICE officers happened Tuesday morning at Jersey Kebab. The couple applied for green card status and have been waiting for a decision.
Yes.
Can I give a theory?
Sure.
Do you think someone with a restaurant nearby called it in?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, definitely.
Probably.
Probably another Arab restaurant, too.
Yep.
Since 2016, ICE officers initially told Jalal and his wife to go with them to update the couple's case file. But now the husband and wife have court dates in the coming weeks.
And what happened, I pay taxes, they can check it out my file. I am a very open person. And we have no criminal record, anything.
A family friend started this GoFundMe, and in just 24 hours, it has raised over
I thought GoFundMe said you're not allowed to use it to raise money for criminals. Because I remember when the right-wingers were doing that for J6 people, GoFundMe said you weren't allowed because you were criminals.
Not allowed. No, we had to go to Give, Send, Go.
You got to go to Give, Send, Go.
Haddon Township Mayor Randall Teague says Jersey Kebab has been a pillar in the community, saying, quote, the family's contributions from participating in Toys for Tots drives to organizing community food drives have left a lasting impact.
People are reaching out to see how they can support, what they can do, writing letters of support. It just shows.
Okay, but you know what? Nino Brown used to give out turkeys at Thanksgiving, too.
Yeah, I don't care about any of that. Like, sorry, don't know what to fucking tell you. I had a couple good ones. Okay, get ready for one of the fucking best stories I have ever seen. When anybody ever tells you about the Department of Education, I want you to play this story for them, okay? Check this shit out, bro. Check this shit out.
Now to a News 8 special report, the harrowing tale of a Hartford Public Schools graduate. She earned her diploma, unable to read or write, and what she endured is troubling.
And got a scholarship.
How?
And got a scholarship. And got a scholarship.
Sat down with News 8's Eva Zamaris.
Hold on. Can we guess the color?
Just what? You could try. I know the answer, but go ahead.
Okay, well, that made me second guess myself.
For her first TV interview, she shares her message.
This is a special report from
a precious moment in time captured in a photo of a young girl with so much hope and promise for the future. But her journey from that moment would prove to be unlike anything she could have ever expected.
My name is Aley Ortiz, Aley as Haort.
She can't even spell her name.
Struggling to spell her own name, 19-year-old Alicia Ortiz tells us the school district she entrusted with her education failed her.
By the way, she's not even like retarded or anything. This is just
graduating last year, unable to read or write.
So hold on. Are we really going to be against giving women pieces of paper that don't matter while also not teaching them to read and write?
Just watch.
Entrusted with her education failed her. Graduating last year, unable to read or write.
My time in Hartford Public School was a time that I don't wish upon anyone.
Ortiz moved from Puerto Rico to Connecticut.
Well, that explains part of it.
This is your fault.
Oh, yeah. And the parents' fault.
I mean, the parents too, but this is also your fault.
But
like,
she,
because
but she made it through high school, right, without being able to read and write. Like, but in the third grade, her parents didn't go, "Wow, my kid can't read or write. This is fucked up."
do you know that there were slaves who literally it meant everything in the world to them to try to make sure that their kids could at least read and write?
Yeah.
Like reading and writing back then was like one of the most powerful things in the world. And it's like, how do you just get this far? And like, how do you not? Because obviously, look, when I was a kid, I wasn't a big books guy. I don't know if you were. I mean, I read enough books to get my personal pan pizza for free. But like,
I pretended to read books to get my personal pan pizza for free.
You know, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Read them once in a while. But like, how do you not have the curiosity to want to know how to read?
Well, it's not even that. Yes, that's part of it, but it's also the fact that like, she got a scholarship to college. Did you know?
That's all. Yeah, but we know all that's a scam. I'm more pissed off at you for being 19 years old and you spent 19 years of your life looking at signs everywhere and never being remotely frustrated or curious. What does that sign
say?
say?
Read it. She know the red one means to stop.
Oh,
her own name. 19-year-old Alicia Ortiz tells us the school district she entrusted with her education failed her. Graduating last year, unable to read or write.
My time in Hartford Public School was a time that I don't wish it upon anyone.
Ortiz moved from Puerto Rico to Connecticut, becoming a Hartford Public School student in the first grade. She struggled with a speech impediment, dyslexia, ADHD, and initially a language barrier.
Yeah. Her and a bunch of other fucking first
A
graders.
bunch of kids have speech impediments.
And honestly, first grade, I don't want to fucking hear it. No excuses. Look, if you moved here in like 10th grade, I'd be like, hey, I get it. You're struggling. You know what I mean? You're fucking first grade. You should have acclimated.
Every first day of school,
most of them have teeth still coming in.
Yeah.
Well, the other problem is you got to keep in mind, even though she was in first grade, she still has a real fucking thick Puerto Rican accent because the parents at home haven't bothered to try to learn English either.
Mhm.
So they're probably only speaking English. So how would they know she could read or write? They can't read or write English either. They can't even speak it.
ADHD, and initially a language barrier.
every first day of school, I would tell the teacher, hey, I cannot read and write, so please be patient with me. So everyone knew.
For years, she asked for educational resources and support, but instead, she says she was bullied, harassed, and neglected by district employees.
I cried knowing that the people.
The peeper.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
Talking like fucking Cardi B.
Even in a shitty school, there are some people there that are good workers.
Yeah.
That you can go to and say, I can't read. I'd really like to read. And the school will go, we'll set up. They always have. Do schools not have remedial reading in almost every district?
But it's not. It's not even that, right? That's part of it. But it's the fact that you're right. The chances of every teacher from first, second, third, fourth, fifth, there wasn't one person that goes, look, we got to fix this. I don't buy that.
Not one teacher looked at you and said, this poor fucking girl can't even read and write. Like, she's not going to be very equipped.
But then
in
again,
life.
they kept passing her.
Look,
Yeah,
I'm not
they
saying
get- yeah,
I'm not
yeah, yeah.
saying the majority of public school workers aren't garbage and shouldn't be YouTube.
Right. Yeah, it's
shouldn't
been a long-
be put through an arbitration process and fired fair and square.
That's fair.
Not what I
They-
was
they-
originally going to say. My original plan involved other things.
They kept passing her notes that said, haha, bet you can't read this, retard.
That's a good note.
That's actually hilarious.
Who has big titles know that this is happening, and no one has stepped up.
Why haven't your parents stepped up?
Yeah, sorry, you're an ugly 19-year-old girl who speaks like a caveman. It's not a big future for you.
A
out
Puerto
there.
Rican caveman.
Why me no right? Why name no make me right?
To do something about it.
Do something about it. You're right. It's our responsibility.
we're
You came
suing.
from Puerto Rico. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, now we're suing. Now you're fucking filing a lawsuit you can't even read.
What are you signing?
Ortiz has now filed a
She
lawsuit
puts an X, but like a Mexican X.
against the city, Board of Education, and one of her special education teachers, claiming her learning disabilities were not properly addressed by the board. And as a result, she continued to struggle academically. This specific complaint names Tilda
Whoa!
I
Go
saw
back!
it.
Go
I
back!
saw
Go
it.
back!
I
Go
saw
back!
it.
Go back!
I saw it. Hold on.
No. Plaintiff's learning disabilities were not properly addressed by the board, and as a result, she continued to struggle academically and began exhibiting maladaptive behaviors in the classroom.
Yep.
So you're a little shit. That's what you are. A
You're
little
right.
shit.
You're right. Because now I'm reading more. Yeah, like, hold on.
complaint names Tilda Santiago, a special education case manager and teacher. Who would allegedly yell at, belittle, ridicule, and humiliate Ortiz.
Yeah, those are
adding
teachers.
Ortiz would frequently run to other teachers and or administrators in tears and emotional distress. We reached out to Santiago for a comment. She directed our request to the Board of Education staff attorney. We're waiting to hear back. Ortiz used talk to text and other technology to get her grades up.
Yo.
She was using talk to text to pass classes. So then later on, when she was passing classes, teachers didn't question her because she was using talk to text.
So you were gaming the system. How are they supposed to know? Again, this all would have been solved by you going to an administrator and saying, "I can't read or write. I need help."
Hold on. So she's this whole like in first grade, but you went through all the school just using talk to text. Which, by the way, great workaround. I applaud her.
Yeah, great workaround. Now you're retarded. That's the
She
downside.
was already Puerto Rican.
Walking the stage at graduation, a moment
But like,
filled
do you
with
understand how useless you are as a human being? You can't even work at you can't even get the shitty low end jobs that people that can read or write can get.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be a line cook. What are you going to do when the tickets are printing out? Oh, you're just going to make fucking hamburgers all
Can't
the
be a
time?
cashier either.
Can't be a cashier. You can't push buttons on a thing. You can't read order. What can you do?
mixed emotions.
It's the treatment that she had to go through at the hands of several
Yeah,
of
it
the
looks
people who were
traumatizing.
the
She
adults.
looked very
in the room
excited on graduation day.
who were supposed to be helping her.
We reached out to the city and Board of Education, who tell News 8 they can't comment on ongoing litigation. The superintendent's office also declined to comment.
Your Honor, look, you can't save every retarded kid. What do you want?
Yeah, what do you want from us?
I can't save every lazy Puerto Rican. It's Hartford.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's-
Carol Gill, president of Hartford Federation of Teachers, told us she can't speak on the specific lawsuit, but thinks
Because she also can't read.
there needs to be a review of policy. It does give educators in Hartford pause to reflect on the sometimes conflicting goals to increase graduation rates, while also maintaining high expectations.
You want an honest fucking? You want to know what this honestly was though? Teachers have like 30 kids in their classrooms now. They have like 32 kids on fucking average in their classrooms. And there are kids that are actually trying under really shitty conditions to actually do something and make something of themselves. And when you have some little fucking shit retard Puerto Rican that's constantly causing fucking problems in the fucking classroom, they're going to stop focusing on the fucking retard and give fucking resources to the kids who are actually fucking trying. Because you got to cut some fucking dead weight, dude.
All right, check this out.
Can I wait? I got a little breaking news.
Okay, bow, 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 bow.
The House Judiciary GOP, which is the committee run by Jim Jordan,
Yes.
is now trolling about the Epstein thing.
Are they really? What are they doing?
They an hour ago tweeted out breaking Epstein files released. This is an official government account.
Good.
And then a tiny URL that's Epstein files, and it takes you to the Rick Astley music video. They rickrolled everybody. They're making fun of this administration. That's very funny. I mean, it's kind of corny. It's a little bit of a dated joke.
Still kinda funny.
But it's the best you're going to get from a Jim Jordan type. It's pretty funny. And now there's a community note going, these are not the Epstein files. This is, in fact, the Rick Astley.
Well, you ruined the joke, assholes.
Well, that's what Community Notes does. It
ruins jokes.
But Community Notes was
It's a
designed
joke
to
ruin.
ruin jokes.
Okay.
Today, I responded to the email that we received as federal employees asking us to report 5 things that we accomplished last week. I'm not worried about my 5 things. I have plenty of things to report. I did plenty of work last week. But the feeling of just like absolute existential dread that I felt typing out a response to that email is something that I wish I could convey to everyone because
we've all had normal jobs where you worried about being fired. That's normal. Jesus. I'm sorry, you had a government job. You never had to worry about being fired.
Listen, mildly attractive. Listen, office. Listen, Government Office 9. The reason it's not existential dread you're feeling. What you're feeling is anxiety brought on by this new thing called accountability that you probably have not experienced in a long time.
No.
It's not existential dread is when you're like, oh, Jesus, I'm closer to when I'm going to be dead than what, like, I have less life left than what's behind me. That's existential dread. The stuff we all drink to make the voices in the animal's head go away. What you're feeling is just standard, oh, shit, oh, fuck, what did I do?
Yeah.
It's just panic. It's not existential anything.
because it felt like such a glimpse into the reality that they are trying to create. And it was terrifying.
Did you hear? You heard? Look, I hate Elon, but you heard, like, the explanation for the emails, right?
Yeah, to see if people were even alive.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
Because he's like, he goes, I guarantee you, we are cutting lots of checks. Not only are they still alive, are they real?
And another one was, are they just collecting a check but also doing another business on the side? Because since they're all
Yeah.
working from home.
So like that's the whole thing. It really is a majority. We want to find out who's dead and still getting checks and who's getting them, and then how many are legitimately made up people that are just getting a government check because of some backdoor deals. Because I'm sure the government cannot be much unlike the mafia.
Right.
The mafia always had no-show jobs, and then they had no work jobs. And there were two different levels. So you could either get the no work job where you still had to go to cover your bases, but it was like, all the Italians sitting on the chairs, just like sipping
Hanging
espresso
out,
at a
yeah.
fucking construction. Yeah. And then you have the no-show jobs where they just the union just cut these checks and nobody ever looks into it. The government is massive and there's no way that's happening. So it really was just Elon going like, see your response. And I'm sure a lot of people that wanted to keep their job were like, oh, yeah, we did this week. And
From what I heard, 1 million responded, 1 million didn't. Just that's what the last I heard in that meeting that they did with the cat. So whatever that means.
It felt like you will do what I say or else.
Yeah, it's called having a boss. It's called having a boss. That is what. Yeah.
Royce, her therapist says that she shouldn't have a boss. What's wrong, Royce?
That just broke my brain.
Fuck her.
This woman has never had a shitty job.
No.
Email that we received did not say that failure to respond would be taken as a resignation. But the post on X did say that. And leadership at my agency is pretty much like, the email's authentic, but we don't know if the threat is or is not. We are going to respond, but kind of left it up to each of us to decide what to do. We have received more emails about all of the fucking bullshit going on with Doge and Elon and all of this federal employee stuff that like I've spent more time in the last couple of weeks navigating these emails, going to these town hall meetings, going to these other meetings, making sure that so that the leadership can break down with.
Oh, so you guys are proving that the government is not wasteful by having a bunch of wasteful meetings about an email? How about this? Isn't it just easier to go, the email's authentic, just reply to it and then keep doing your work?
I would have just replied
to it. It's
to
5 things.
I worked for the government once. I would have replied to it. I would have been like, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. My name's Mike Shealy. I work here. This is my department. Boom, just send. And then I could go, hey, at least I could come. At least my fucking badge is still going to work on Monday.
And at the bottom of all his emails, Mersh has his link tree with his OnlyFans and all that.
Gotta make sure they know.
Yeah.
Where I
What's
really
happening
make
in-
my money.
Tell us how we need to respond and tell us what the fuck is going on and tell us,
Oh, thank you to the person that sped her up because this would have been just even slower if they didn't speed her up.
You might lose your job because
Honestly, though,
when you're
it
FTE
gives me more of a headache when they speed white women up like this because it's like, oh god.
runs, like there's so many things that they're having to convey to us, and so nothing
This
that actually
is
should normally be
what
getting
they
done and
sound
accomplished
like.
is being done or accomplished because we're all so busy fucking trying to navigate this hellscape that is happening.
Too slow.
That is waste. That and the fact that the studies we work on, if we are worried that they might be considered, something that will lose funding, what's the point in working on it now? And has the last year, 2-3 years of work we've done on it been for naught?
What's the point of working on it? Because you're being fucking paid to, you stupid bitch.
But it's also one of those like, so what if they cancel these programs? You still got paid for it. It's not like they're going to take your money away for what you did. Like, fuck off. You should have taken the severance package.
Millions of no work jobs.
Yeah.
And they're fucking by the way, I'd be fucking furious too if I was gonna lose my cash cow that I didn't have to work or do anything for. I'd be pissed.
Yeah, of course. You haven't done anything. You haven't done anything in the longest time.
Like, that's wasteful. Like, this whole thing is an exercise for them to show us how much power they have and how little we have.
Yeah, you're a subordinate to the bosses.
You don't get this.
And how we must do what they say. And it's so insane because, again, who the fuck is Elon? Like, and how does he get to decide that he is king of the federal employees, king of HR at the Office of Personnel Management, and he gets to tell us...
The king of HR put him in charge of being king of HR.
Yeah, the boss says this guy's my dude.
Yeah, the guy that the majority of everybody voted for.
Uh-huh.
Emailer, you're fired. Like, you lose your job. There's no rationale here that makes it make any sense outside of...
These people, they don't fear anything more in life than having to go to the public sector or the private sector and have to be held accountable at their new job.
Right, because you don't put up with any of this bullshit.
No, Amazon ain't going to put up with this shit.
Yeah, dude, she's fucking crazy.
Look how much power I have, and you better fucking listen or your livelihood is gone.
Yeah! It's having a job.
That is the fundamentals of having a job.
What have you been doing up until this point?
The 2 million people that are going to have to respond to this email, if they choose to, are they going to go through 2 million emails to make sure that they were honest, to make sure that they were authentic, to make sure that the items listed out were relevant to the
Nah, we just run it through an AI, honestly. Yeah, we got robots.
people's jobs, to make sure that the person, like,
By the way, it's not about what they answer. It's what Merce said earlier. It's just to know you're a fucking person.
Yeah.
I don't know, Merce. I'm gonna have to go and just get myself a Johnny Apple CBD.
Calm
gummy.
yourself down a little bit.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna fucking
Calm
relax.
off. You know what? I got I'm gonna pitch this for you. Hey, Johnny Apple, new slogan. Johnny Apple CBD. Calm your tits.
Calm your tits with Johnny Apple. I like it.
Calm your tits with Johnny Apple.
I like that, guys. Promo code ROTC is going to get you 20% off all of their gummies. Make sure you put that in there because you're going to want that 20% off. The deep sleeps are amazing. And when I want to go out, I take one. When I want to just fucking pass out, I take one of those. Within an hour, I'm fucking snoring. I recommend them. Mind Melds are great. I use them during day wave most days. And Happy Days are great. Take those after the gym to chill out. I recommend all of them. JohnnyApple.com, promo code ROTC to get your 20% off all of their fine products. And Merce, tell them about Locals and Patreon.
Guys, you were so fucking cool yesterday. We want to keep up that same energy. So if you want to watch second half of tomorrow's show with us, you know, you got to be part of the cool club, the Cool Dudes Club.
We're going to be releasing the complete unredacted Epstein files the second half of the show, but you have to be a Patreon or Locals members.
And the link's right in the chat. Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry. RevengeOfTheSith.Locals.com. It's $7 a month to get the archive of shows. You get the Friday, the Wednesday shows, the movie riffs, all that good shit. I mean, we are just balling. Let's be honest. So get in there, be a cool dude. Join. We should really just start calling it the Cool Dudes Club.
The Cool Dudes Club.
Yeah, and
My
we're
part of
just
the Cool Dudes Club?
being cool dudes. Sign up now, or you're not a cool dude.
We'll be right back. Stay where you are.
days, running a small business can be a big challenge. Whether we're receiving a flower delivery for unclear reasons, or raising the blinds and flipping over the open-closed sign, which is how I spend most of my workday, or even making a latte for a black woman, an iced tea for a white woman, and a coffee for a gently brown guy who could go in a lot of different directions. We've got our hands full. That's why Chase Bank is here for us. When this man in a suit from Chase Bank came down and shook my hand at my place of business, it really solidified what we'd already talked about at his office. Now we're looking at a laptop like my stupid little coffee shop is going to be a big disruptor in the online space. And my Chase business card allows me to make those emergency purchases that I lose sleep at night over. Chase understands my business the way they understand all businesses, as a huge reverse funnel that shoves money upwards to them. Hey, another flower delivery. These'll look great in the bathroom while I'm pooping blood from the stress. Now I'm flipping over that open-closed sign again. Is that a new stadium with Chase's name on it? How'd they afford that? I'll be in this bathroom for a while. Better toss it to the announcer.
At Chase Bank, we're about more than just foreclosing on American servicemen while overseas. We're about small business. So when you think of Chase, don't think of the 2008 financial crash. Think of your local sympathetic small business.
Flower delivery.
Yeah, guys, we're good on flowers for a while.
Second hour, ROTC. Thank you for staying with us. We do appreciate it. We'd appreciate it more if you sign up for our local, for our Patreon. $7 a month. That's how you help us out. That's less than a fucking Starbucks coffee if you add like all the fancy ingredients and stuff. Yeah, I know how much an oat milk latte is. We're not worth an oat milk latte to you?
That's like $15.
Yeah, they're fucking expensive. Guys, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Well, today's Thursday show, the second half of tomorrow's show is behind that very paywall that I just mentioned. Here you go.
This big glitch from Apple. The company says a fix is in the works for a bug in its text-to-speech transcription software.
Apple says that words containing the letter R, like racist or rampage, are known to get changed to Trump. This doesn't happen on every occasion, but the tech company is aware and says that
when the word racist was getting autocorrected to Trump.
issue stems from a phonetic overlap between the words. This blunder comes shortly after Apple announced a $500 billion investment in the U.S. to open a factory in Texas to create 20,000 jobs and promote artificial intelligence. Experts suggest the effort is designed to get on President Trump's good side.
This all comes as
is this like that
Apple
glitch
shareholders
with TikTok where every time I type Tiananmen Square it corrects it to never happened thing?
That's the one. Yeah. That's the same thing.
Okay.
Look who's still around, dude.
The right way to handle
Monica Lewinsky.
a situation like that would have been to probably say it was,
Can I say it?
She can get it.
Yeah.
Looking good. Looking good.
Yeah, she got better with age for sure. Because when it came out with the Clinton thing, everyone looked at her and went, ew.
This little chunker.
Ozempic wasn't around back then.
Fair.
nobody's business and to resign, or to find a way of staying in office that was not lying and not throwing a young person who was just starting out in the world under the bus.
Well, I mean, you did blow him.
Mm-hmm. It was you.
It was you that blew it. I mean, I get it.
It's not like he made it up.
She was always a fat girl with a pretty face, though. You got to give her that.
So we've got some new video that shows a smoke shop employee confronting a customer after recognizing him as being involved in a separate crime that we...
Okay, hold on.
New video that shows a smoke shop employee confronting a customer after recognizing him as being involved in a separate crime that we first told you about earlier this month. Fox 13's Ariel Placencia.
Yeah, this guy punched a dollar store employee and knocked his teeth out.
Is live from the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office tonight. And Ariel, this is all related to the Dollar General clerk who we know was punched in the mouth by a customer just a few weeks ago. So
look, man, I hate Dollar General too, but don't take it out on the fucking clerk, bro.
Break this all down for
now. Just get your milk that's in a box, okay?
Box milk.
Get your box milk, okay?
for us. How is it connected?
Royce, they were out of minute steak.
They were out of
he
minute
was mad.
steak. That's what it was, yeah.
That's right, Allie. So yesterday, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office arrested a man who's accused of punching that Dollar General clerk in the mouth. knocking out several of her teeth. And I very briefly spoke to her today before her dentist appointment.
That was a her?
Yeah,
she's obviously still recovering from what happened.
She was a lot prettier before he punched her.
You should smile less. You're a lot prettier when you smile less.
Now, on Monday, though, so one day before this arrest, Tampa police were called out to get involved and respond to a separate incident that still involved this same suspect. Joshua Smith was working Monday night.
That definitely looks like someone that would work at a smoke shop. He looks like a
100%.
prototypical smoke shop guy.
When he watched
that, or he's going to do an eating challenge.
a man
That
park
guy
his
knows
bike.
a lot about coils.
Too much.
Yeah, bro.
Or-
He says ohms like 35 times a week.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to want the quartz tip ones. Those are actually a little bit better.
Yeah,
they last like a little longer.
Yeah, this guy's a master at threading cotton into a vape.
Oh yeah.
Like out front and walk.
Oh my god, you use fucking shit other than Japanese? Oh my fucking Christ, these people.
Inside Area 51 smoke shop near USF.
Oh, it's cool. But they have like a bunch of alien artwork and stuff too. Man. It's so
Yeah,
cool.
blacklight art.
Dude, look at this guy. He looks pretty high. I wonder why.
Infrequently and asked to use the phone.
So he was just like harshing my vibe, man. Like, I'm like in here, I'm fucking chilling.
Dude, I work at a vape shop, man. I'm trying to keep my BPMs low, dude.
Dude, I'm fucking chilling. I'm hanging out.
I'm on like 4 edibles, dude. And this guy comes in and like, you know how much it takes for me to have to fight somebody?
Yeah, man. I'm like fucking not putting up with that, dude.
Dude, I
And
was
as
like 3/4 of the way through air guitaring the solo from Santeria, and this guy comes in with a dark aura. Like, I'm talking like teal.
Asked to use the phone.
And as he did that, Smith hit the panic button near the counter to notify police because he recognized this guy from somewhere else too.
I noticed the guy that was on the news that hit Amber
He asked to use the phone.
Heflin in the face.
3 weeks ago, Amber Heflin was working at Dollar General on
I guess
56th
he must have known her, right? That's probably what it was.
Street in Temple Terrace when she was punched in the mouth by a customer.
This guy's in my store 2-3 times a day.
This time, the man got upset after trying to buy stuff with a food stamp card that got declined, she said.
Look, story is old as time.
My free money isn't working. I guess I'll punch the clerk in the face.
Honestly, that's probably exact thoughts that went through his head.
The blow
I
knocked
remember
out
that
3
ODB song.
of Heflin's teeth and severely damaged a 4th.
I'm terrified to go back to work at this point.
Smith
I
had
mean, I would
seen
be
the
too, but I mean, I'm always terrified of going into a Dollar General.
Yeah, no thanks.
news coverage of this. So when the man tried to buy something on Monday,
It was just like what Amber Heflin said in her video. He tried to use a card. It declined. I told him it declined because he had insufficient funds, and he got mad.
the man tried to run, but Smith stopped him and held him until Tampa police arrived.
Tampa,
Officers
baby.
wrote Kyle Clark a trespass warning. The Dollar General, where
But he's the guy that punched somebody.
Heflin was punched in the mouth, falls in Hillsborough County's jurisdiction.
Oh.
But I don't get
Which
it.
is
It's TPD and it's Hillsborough.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
outside city of Tampa limits.
Ah.
And one day after Smith's encounter with Clark,
I'm sure they're
the
going to
sheriff's
arrest him.
office
Yeah, I was
arrested
going to
Clark
say,
for-
there's no way.
got him.
I lived in Tampa for years. I love Tampa. I know how Tampa works. Just because TPD lets you walk a couple feet down the street does not mean that they're not immediately going, hey, HCO, listen, your dude's walking down Orient Road right now.
for felony battery after Heflin identified him as the man who punched her.
So we received a tip that he was near a home nearby the Dollar General, and that's where our deputies located him.
And we are expecting Kyle Clark to make his first court appearance tomorrow in Hillsborough County Court. And that's also when we're expecting to hear it from his defense attorney for the first time. So, Allie, we'll keep everybody posted.
All right. Okay, so let me, I gotta pull, hold on, let me find one. I meant to pull it up. So did you see Jake Tapper is writing a book, right? Or wrote a book, excuse me. Jake Tapper wrote a book. And here, let me see if I can find it. Okay. In the book, here it is. Here we go. You're going to love this, okay? So Jake Tapper, okay?
And we've challenged Democrats and White House officials about it. But Alex Thompson of Axios and I have spent the last several months talking to more than 200 insiders and officials and donors and activists more willing to talk post-election, of course, to explain the last couple of years in politics and how we as a nation got here. We've never before heard stories.
He's investigating the cover-up of Biden's decline. Jake Tapper, of course.
But here's the problem, though. Biden's decline was never covered up. It was a very, very poorly kept open secret that we all, like, literally, we knew he was declining. You guys knew he was declining. You kept lying to us about him declining and then thinking we were buying it, but we weren't buying it. And so we all knew.
So you mean like this?
How do you
This is
think
a terrible
it makes little
cover-up.
kids with stutters
You mean like
feel
this?
when they see you make a comment like that?
First and foremost, I had no idea that Joe Biden ever suffered from a stutter. I think what we see on stage with Joe Biden,
What?
Jake, is very clearly a cognitive decline.
Okay.
That's what I'm referring to. It makes me uncomfortable
You have
to watch somebody on stage search for
That's so amazing.
questions
It's so amazing to me that
and try and figure out an answer.
A cognitive
Well, when
decline.
you're trying to tell me that what I was suggesting was
I
a
think that you
stuttering,
were mocking his stutter. Yeah, I think you were mocking his stutter, and I think you have absolutely no standing to diagnose somebody's cognitive decline.
Oh, what? No,
But
but
you can
no,
diagnose
this is
a
the guy
stutter?
writing the book about it. No, but this is
is
the guy writing
insane.
a book about that they were covering up the decline.
But I would think that somebody in the Trump family would be more sensitive to people who do not have medical licenses, diagnosing
years ago,
politicians
of 10
from
years ago.
afar. Plenty of people have diagnosed your father from afar, and I'm sure it offends you. Your father-in-law from afar. I'm sure it offends you. You don't have any standing
I'm
to
not
say.
diagnosing him. What I'm saying, Jake,
just talked
is that
about a
we can
cognitive
clearly
decline.
see-
But he doesn't have one, right? No, right? You phonies, and now they're trying to make money off of it. Now they're trying to make money off of it by this.
Stories from behind the scenes, you will not believe what was really going on. You can pre-order the book.
I will believe what's really going on. You were part of it. You helped cover it up. Oh, these fucking pieces of shit.
I just sent you something
Mm-hmm.
on Twitter DMs because I'm not on Discord on this computer.
Okay.
Another bow, 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 bow.
Okay.
So, little background, guys. As you may or may not know,
Yeah.
at the same time we're trolling everybody with this Epstein stuff, which is a funny thing to do and not tone deaf at all. They also pressured the Romanian government to let the Tate brothers free.
Uh-huh.
And Trump talked the Tate brothers into being able to come to the U.S., so now the Tate brothers are free. Well, here's Ron DeSantis talking about the Tate brothers coming to Florida.
Is he welcome here? What the state do? Send back to Romania or whatever?
We have no involvement in that. I read about it through the media. Clearly, the federal government has jurisdiction, whether they want to rebuff his entry into the United States, and I have confidence that whether it's Pam Bondi or Kristi Noem, that they will be looking at that. I do know our Attorney General, James Uthmeyer, is looking at what state hooks and jurisdiction we may have to be able to deal with this. But the reality is no, Florida is not a place where you're welcome.
That's pretty funny.
Based. I'm sorry. Look, Ronnie has been, let's be honest, he's hit or miss. And he has some real lackluster little, every once in a while, he'll go through like 2-3 weeks where you go, Ronnie's looking a little weak again. Good on you, brother. Hey, salute. I love my fucking governor, man.
Just that type of conduct.
Quick correction though, Mersh. Based is out. Reddit facts say that now. It's the cool kids are saying keyed.
Oh,
We're a
keyed?
household now. Yeah, keyed dog.
All right, I'll try
Okay.
to remember. I'll
Keyed.
try to remember Keith if that's what the kids are saying.
Listen,
That's fine, because Florida is homosexual. I'm going to go to Nevada, where there's more water.
Dude, I hate the goddamn Tates, and I hate how all these right wingers have just let the Tates
deified
be
them.
the Tates. Yeah, it's been so weird. That was refreshing to see Ronnie D be like, oh yeah, these guys are fucking pieces of shit. Trust me, we already know they're coming, and we are gonna be all up in their fucking shit, noses up their asses. And if they so much as fucking throw a cigarette butt on the ground, we're gonna make sure they get raped to death in prison. Thanks, Ronnie.
Is
Cool
still
guy.
trying to get a handle on so-called
Mersh.
Yes.
Party houses. Big parties thrown at rental properties, causing a headache for
This is
unsuspecting
Atlanta, by the way.
neighbors.
CTO.
The city council will take another swing at trying to keep the parties in check.
So these are the Airbnb parties. We've covered them before.
Yeah, it's a problem. And honestly, I feel bad. Like, I mean, on the one hand, I do feel bad for Airbnb owners for having to go through this. On the other hand, I've dealt with Airbnb
Oh,
owners.
the rental car guy then for the house to the Oh,
he wasn't even the worst we've ever had. We've had worse.
Oh, the guy that completely the place did not allow Airbnb, so he had to pretend it was his cousin. That
Says
one?
Kevin Stewart is live in Northwest Atlanta
And he never tells you that until after you book everything.
Until you no, until you're there.
To explain. Kevin?
Yeah, the city wants to try to crack down on these party houses by tweaking 2 ordinances. But one city council person we spoke to says one more thing is needed.
Too close for comfort. The city is considering changing up its short-term rental ordinance because that's where these sometimes raucous parties are typically
Look at this shit. They do it to film like their fucking SoundCloud rap videos.
held. It wants to create some distance between short-term rental locations.
If it's a single family, there would be 1,000-foot distance buffer requirement.
Plus, no more than 10% of an apartment complex could be licensed for short-term rentals. Right now, there is no requirement for liability insurance for an STR. The proposal would mandate $500,000 in liability insurance, and you'll have to get a business license.
Short-term renters.
So then, so no one's going to be on Airbnb anymore if you have to get a business license.
Somebody's holding a drum.
Yeah,
Somebody's holding a giant stand-up
They were
drum.
watching the movie Drumline.
There's an actual band.
I mean, if you know a better way to stomp the yard, I'd like to hear it. Fuck, man. You can't even step up 3D.
Do you know what it's? You know what it is to get fucking to see these things happening, and then meanwhile, like if you stay at an Airbnb and you leave one cigarette butt out on a balcony, they
charge you
wanna
$500.
Yeah, they want to fucking take it to court over it, and you're like, maybe Airbnb renters should start appreciating the good renters. And then also maybe some of these renters should not be allowed to rent and maybe be nicer to the Airbnb guys. Because we're always good guests when we stay in an Airbnb. We always keep him and I clean up on the way out. I mean, we're not about to fucking scrub the floors, but like if we've been there for a couple days and there's like maybe like a couple bags from like fast food and different things, like we combine everything into one area and put it all in a bag so that like at least when people come and clean, it's like, I'm amazed when I see some of these videos. Dude, I'm sure you've watched a lot of body cameras. I'm sure you've seen a lot of body cameras in old Davenport, which is a favorite place in Florida to rent because there's a lot of people bought a lot of rentals down that way, and they just Airbnb them out. And, dude, they trash these fucking houses.
And
that's not all.
I mean, sometimes they're not even renting the place. Sometimes they just breaking.
Yeah. Or breaking, too.
Electric Boogaloo.
City leaders indicate some police are confused about what a party house is.
I can tell you the shade of one.
How are you confused at a phrase that is what appears to be the easiest thing to figure out ever? Would that phrase ever
there's
confuse
a house
you?
and then there's a party in there.
Party house.
It's a party house. Huh?
What does that mean? What is this riddle?
Wait.
That's as confusing as grocery store.
If Kid and Play are there, it is a party house.
No, that's a house party.
Which is in part. Where would you have a house party?
But you said if Kid and Play was there, so you're saying the house itself is the party house?
Yeah.
Existing
Wait a
language.
minute. How can a river be lazy? It doesn't have a job.
You're an idiot.
Wasn't
the
being
house is partying?
No.
City Councilman Howard Shook wants to leave no more confusion and no more excuses for not writing citations by clarifying the party house definition.
Streamlines the language, lets the police know kind of what they're dealing with when they roll up on such a situation.
Part of the proposed revised definition of a party house would be stated as, quote,
says blacks
Yeah.
in like
I'm sorry.
72 size font.
Hey, when you show up to a nice Airbnb, you're not gonna find 200 Hasidic Jews just tearing the house apart and like fucking on the pool table and
No, they'd be digging. You want to check the basement if you're renting out to them.
Anyway, when Jews travel, they always have a relatives live somewhere and they stay in their guest bedroom. Tell me I'm wrong, Pessy.
And we always take a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
That's Bugs Bunny.
Look, it's mostly blacks and Hispanics, and then the other small percentage is like obnoxious white college students that are also doing this.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the people are just want just a place to sleep.
Yeah. Or to cheat on their wives.
Yeah,
Like,
that
honestly,
too.
stop.
I have cheated in an Airbnb. It's a good option.
A large-scale gathering that charges a fee for use of the property or an entry fee. Again, Shook believes in the end it's going to come down to proper enforcement commitment.
The chief of police, I'm counting on him to go to his people and say, hey, look, I know we're shorthanded, but if you do roll up on one of these, and especially if it's a place that's a repeat customer, write the citation.
All right, expect this to go before the city council and have a public hearing sometime next month.
Yeah, listen to the fucking sirens. Atlanta's beautiful this time of year. All right, well, now I have to make fun of Florida.
Deputies are investigating a wild carjacking and crash. Lee County deputies responding just
Ooh,
before midnight
Bonita Springs.
Is that one of those drive-through places, like the liquor stores?
It is now.
last night after getting calls that a shuttle bus had been carjacked from a Holiday Inn Express in Bonita.
Oh, shuttle bus from a Holiday Inn Express in Bonita Springs. Everything about that's disgusting.
You got to imagine, though, right? If you are like some crackhead car thief, that's got to be an easy car to steal, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, they probably leave those keys sitting in the fucking van.
Yeah, they don't care.
It's because it's just a hotel. Who the fuck is ever stealing those things?
Springs.
And then you crash into the place, you steal a bunch of stuff, and you leave.
Not long after that, deputies got another call that the bus had crashed right into a fitness center.
I doubt they were robbing anything from there. Well, I don't know. Protein
Thankfully,
powder's
no one
pretty
got
expensive.
hurt there, but the carjacker did try to get away from the scene, running away. Deputies responded, and it was a case.
Imagine one of those 24-hour fitness centers where you have the key fob and someone's on the treadmill and a fucking van flies through.
Oh, God.
9 tracking down that suspect not too far away, trying to hide in some very thick bushes. 43-year-old Adam Nyler.
Wow, not what I expected.
He's exactly
his
what I
head.
expected.
That's all the dirt.
You know why? You know why I expected him? Lee County.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This
Was
is
arrested and is booked
this is
now
bad
into the
white
Lee County
people, Florida.
Yeah, we do have some bad white people Florida parts too.
Yeah, where you really don't. You can go look at all the mugshots in that county, and there's really nary a black or Hispanic. It's scary
if you watch
whites.
the body cam footages from the motels in that area, it's always like white trash meth heads and shit like that, like heroin junkies. It's all these are the trashiest white people in the area.
My favorite, one of the Hall of Fame towns for Nightwave, Flagler.
Oh, Flagler's
Flagler
great.
County is
Flagler rules.
They crank out some of Florida's greatest hits. And if you want to see especially examples specifically of scary whites, Flagler County is a good place for that.
Today, it's Problem Gambling Awareness Day at the
Mersh.
Oh, what? I got to stand here getting attacked now?
Mersh. Today is Problem Gambling Awareness Day. This show is an intervention.
Today, it's Problem Gambling Awareness Day at the state capitol. Officials are meeting with legislators at the capitol to show how responsible gambling programs in Colorado are
Well, $50 says it doesn't work.
No, of course not. Stupid idiots. That's hilarious.
helping people. Your reporter, Justin Adams, is live at the state capitol right
Yeah, she's cute.
now. And Justin,
That outfit's got to go. It's Fifth Element.
That outfit's fucking me up.
Yeah,
Fifth Element ass fucking looking ass outfit.
Yeah, she looks like she's like in TLC.
She looks like she isn't done loading yet.
what are officials reporting?
Well, officials are reporting this, Kennedy, that the latest figures show a 5.82% increase in fiscal year-to-date wages and also a 9.81% increase in fiscal year-to-date taxes that have been collected. Now, the total comes out to more than $3.1 billion in fiscal year-to-date
Hey, can you
wages.
blow your nose?
And more
Dude,
than
it's killing me.
16,700,000
And then, then the gambling becomes problematic.
Oh, my God, dude. Come on. Blow your nose.
$100,000 were collected in the fiscal year-to-date.
I'm very sorry. I have a cold.
Included in December of last year, and that's just sports betting in our state. But earlier this week, the Colorado Limited Gaming Control
Bro, I can hear the mucus in his nose.
Dude, it's killing. I hate it.
I don't even know what he's saying anymore.
Commission approved almost $3 million in responsible gaming grants, which is meant to provide meaningful funding and encourage prevention, education, and on gambling addiction, public awareness, and treatment.
Yeah, that's what's gonna solve a gambling addict. A cheap nylon bag and some pens.
And by the way, guys, look, obviously, in honor of Problem Gambling Awareness Day, I think it's very important to get this message out to people. Tonight, the Dallas Mavericks are playing the Charlotte Hornets. That's easy. That one's a lock. Phoenix Suns over New Orleans Pelicans. Ever since the New Orleans Pelicans main guy had that domestic violence thing, he's not playing right now. Lakers look great with Luka, and they're playing the Timberwolves tonight. Timberwolves are really good, but they'll probably pull that one out. And then you got Lightning versus Calgary. That's a lock as well.
Can I point something out too? The total tone deaf of them to have like cards that are scratchers.
That is very.
Those
funny.
are scratcher cards, but keep play fun. Hey, they're not doing the scratchers because they like scratching stuff off. It's because they want to win money.
That's like running a rehab center and you hand out bottled waters that look like syringes.
And no, that's exactly. or giving non-alcoholic beer at an AA meeting.
Yeah. Here's some ice cream. Wait, the ice cream, the spoon that comes with it looks like a crack pipe. Yeah, I know. It's cute. We're just having fun.
And encourage prevention.
Every single one of those scratch cards, when you scratch it, says, "Congratulations, you win. The satisfaction of quitting gambling."
Education and
you know, a gambling addict walks in there and he goes, "I want the one from the back. Give me the scratcher from the back."
On gambling addiction,
or one of the gambling addicts runs in and grabs all of them and then just runs out of the place, goes hides somewhere and scratches them all.
I know one of these is different. I know it.
And treatment recovery.
Make sure that you're having an honest conversation.
And by God, if you're betting on women's tennis, you have a real problem.
Women's tennis, easiest sport to bet on.
Hey, I sent you something, Royce.
Statistically, my best sport.
Statistically, the house always wins.
In sports?
Yeah.
Betting?
Yeah.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
God, I remember that.
No, listen, I'll be honest with you. The one sport that's great is women's tennis. Once you figure it out, oh my God, I wish those bitches played 24/7.
Ones about your gambling. Don't hide your gambling. Don't lie about how much you're gambling. And especially be honest with yourself.
With the gambling addiction, secrecy is big, right? And so
This guy looks like he had a gambling problem. He looks like a dude who definitely had one at one point, like a really bad one.
I would imagine anybody who's in these programs.
But he's the president. So
Well,
he
yeah,
must
but I
have
mean,
the most
I mean, he's long removed from it, but he definitely.
a lot of people are being affected that we don't even know about. And so just having the conversations is really important.
Now, Kennedy, to help out, the Colorado Division of Gaming has several
Right? He sounds like he has a cold, and it's bugging me.
tips for you just to make sure that you are betting smart. One of the first things is to include setting limits, understand the odds, also play for fun.
Does any air pass through your nose?
No.
No.
We had a kid who sounded like that in high school, and he went to have like this nasal reconstruction surgery to like fix it because everybody was making fun of him, and then he died.
That's pretty funny.
Why are you laughing?
That is actually.
You're disgusting.
Stop. That's funny. That is funny.
Because
The
fucking my
punchline
friend
is
in-
the guy's dead.
That's funny.
That's
My,
the
no, my
punchline.
friend in high school, they threw all the black kids had this big like memorial thing banner, and my friend Marianne and me were walking past it. She was like Gen 1 scene girl, and she looks over and goes, "I wish I would fucking die so they could pay attention to me."
That rules.
Okay, Daria.
That's the best. That rules.
I still think of it every once in a while and laugh about it.
That's the most like angsty 90s teenage type thing I've ever heard in my life. That had all the elements.
It was fucking hilarious.
All right.
Guys, grow up.
Too lazy to try made a video about Lex Friedman.
You should listen to as you journey on through life.
Did he really do this? Did he really play the guitar?
Yes, no, this is dead ass serious, and they cut out to Joe, and Joe is trying to like.
His name
You'll see.
is Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan. Shoulders for days and a really wide bag.
He's very gay.
What is happening?
Yeah, gay Matthews.
Well, Lex Friedman seems to be serenading Joe Rogan about his big back.
Why is this guy famous?
Autism?
No, because we
CIA.
have autism.
Controlled opposition.
There's nothing. I don't know anybody who's really into Lex Friedman except other people who need clout to survive.
And the people that are into Lex Friedman, when you ask them why, they also can't give you an answer. Like no one's ever given me an answer about is it. He's not. Remember when he released? Remember when he got roasted because he released his summer reading book, and it was like books that we had to read in high school, like Catcher in the Rye, and we're like, first off, Holden Caulfield's a fucking brat, and that book sucked. But secondly, all those books are it's fucking true. All those books, it's a fucking terrible book, Virgie.
I hate that book.
Oh, it's terrible. All those, but
Do you remember that episode of South Park where fucking they were reading it and it got banned and Cartman read the whole book? He was so pissed that it was so gay.
Yeah, it's super gay. But he remember he had like the childlike fucking summer reading list that he put out, and everyone made fun of him so much he started blocking people.
Yeah, this guy sucks.
Moby Dick was on it.
Look at Rogan.
Yeah.
I've never seen this clip.
Joe Rogan.
Bro, asking people why
Oh,
they
he's
like
embarrassed.
Lex
He's embarrassed. He's embarrassed.
I'm
asking people
embarrassed.
why they, sorry, man. Asking people why they like Lex Friedman is like asking people why they find Steve Martin funny. You never get a straight answer.
No.
King Tut.
Arrow of snakes for a bag.
You fucked up. You should have never done that song. It was terrible.
Bro, that was fucking so cringe. I cannot believe I've never seen that. I've
That's
never seen that.
Really bad.
All right,
That's
so
the
this
funny
cringe
thing
merch
Joe Rogan has said in like 20 years.
we have here is Lex Friedman, who I'm sure people are somewhat familiar with, but if
Look at him. The prototype of an autist, like in every single way.
you're not, he's another one of these
He
pseudo-intellectual
looks like
Rogan
Crispin Glover, but like I like the third clone.
sphere podcaster characters who has some kind of association with MIT and has worked on AI research, but his role at MIT and some of the work he's done there has been questioned a lot.
By the way, if you want to come work, Mr. Lex Friedman does not seem to be part of the faculty at MIT. Research scientist could be an unpaid external status that allows library access. Note, not saying that one must be affiliated to an institution to produce knowledge, but using the name of an institution to build an image is something that's very shoddy. And sending mail with heading "Quick Note from MIT" when podcast has nothing to do with MIT is shoddy as hell. So he's been being called out by other people, apparently.
A lot, and other experts.
I've come across a handful of people in the last few years that figured out how easy it is to become a vaguely affiliated with MIT. Then they use the university email and add some spin to their affiliation, and all of a sudden they've gotten a bunch of new opportunities, and it only builds from there. People within the academic circles will know the difference, but outside, not necessarily. Lex definitely raises some of the red flags on this front. The dude randomly requested me on LinkedIn 4 or 5 years ago. Now I saw that we had a lot of MIT mutual connections. At the time, he was heavily pushing a January term class he was teaching. It is not difficult at all to organize January term class, and many undergraduates even do this, but most don't use it to claim they are a lecturer at MIT.
In his field have heavily criticized some of his research because he's mostly known for doing this research paper on the safety of Tesla Autopilot.
But look, here's the thing. I don't even care if he's using the MIT stuff to like fucking boost himself. Whatever. Everybody lies about their shit, right? Like to make themselves look cool. What I don't understand is if I'm more into like if you watch his show, and we've watched a lot like on this show, why? What does he provide? Like even Rogan, right? Whether you like Rogan or don't like Rogan, sometimes it's like, oh man, Rogan has a cool person on. They kind of they're a little laid back and they're kind of just joking and they relax and smoking weed and you kind of you're like, oh, that's kind of cool. But every time someone's on Lex Friedman's show, it's like this fucking weird autistic battle. And honestly, I think I'm going to say it. I think he's faking his autism, too. I don't even think he's autistic. I think he's faking it. I think he's faking his autism. That's why he leans into always dressing like he's in Reservoir Dogs and has one of the worst haircuts in the world on purpose. He's just faking it because he thinks that's what an MIT guy's supposed to be.
And he's another guy that came up because Elon picked him, and he's an Elon dick sucker.
Yeah. And I looked up his early life, Mersh. Real name, Lex Friedmanstein.
What?
I know. Crazy.
Bro.
That's crazy.
Blowing the lid
That
off
was really
fucker.
Thanks, man.
Favorable for Tesla.
I'm also going to get one of those notebooks.
Yeah,
But
he
was
got
called
famous
out.
by putting out a fucking fake study saying Tesla self-driving cars are perfectly safe.
Up by a lot of other academics, and Lex's response
Well, I guess I can delete all these YouTube links.
was just to block everybody that was critical of it, and now it's almost impossible to find his research paper. But it did, of course, get Elon Musk's attention. which I'm sure was Lex's main goal with it.
It makes for a fun chat, I think. So one guy that I've talked to several times is slowly becoming a friend is a guy named
A picture of a chimpanzee giving the middle finger that says monkey in like webdings gets Elon Musk's fucking attention.
Yeah, he's
what,
an idiot.
What?
Yeah, I know, seriously.
Elon's not. I don't even think Elon's half as smart as he thinks he is.
Elon
His kid wiped his booger on the president's desk.
Because of Lex's association with MIT, AI, and Elon Musk, now some people think Lex is an MIT professor and an AI genius that works on Teslas.
Like Lex Friedman went on Joe Rogan the other day, and he's a.
Oh, but
AI
to be fair, you have to remember Whitney Cummings is really stupid.
Really stupid.
And she's surrounded by two other people that are pretty dumb too.
Mhm.
You know.
And her boyfriend is a possible woman abuser. So,
And if not, he will be after dating her long enough.
Oh God, I would.
AI like genius guy. He like does all the Teslas and stuff.
So you.
But honestly, this actually these are the people that Lex Friedman's trying to con and fool are low intellect people that'll be like MIT. He must be a genius.
Managed to leverage those credentials into getting Joe Rogan and Elon Musk's attention. You know, basically, he's a professional Elon Musk and Joe Rogan dick rider.
That's it.
Which can get you pretty far. I mean, he's one of the top podcasters now. But the amount of glazing you have to do is pretty embarrassing. I mean, that Joe Rogan song Lex performed felt like a humiliation ritual. But, you know, there's a lot of people competing for Rogan.
He was like, "Can I just fuck a kid instead?"
Yeah, seriously. Can we open up that island again?
And Elon's attention, so you have to take drastic measures sometimes. Like when it comes to
I will help train you in jiu-jitsu.
glazing Elon, it's not easy to compete with some of these people like Ian Miles Chong.
Oh, we're bringing up Ian. Hell yeah.
But Lex, he'll give him a run for his money. I mean, these two spend so much time on Twitter just thinking of ways to praise Elon. And during this past Valentine's Day, this was really cringy. Elon, his girlfriend, posted a picture of her and their kids. And then Elon responded with like a heart emoji, and then she responded with the same thing. And then for some reason, Lex responded to both of them and said, "Loving this." With
This is weird.
That's a really weird thing to reply with, right? Regardless if you're famous or not. What a creep.
the heart emoji, and the comments are like, "Dude, this is creepy. This is."
Like that's if like I was like making out with my wife at a party and Mercer would walk up, it's right next to us and be like, "Bro,
I love this.
I love this for you guys." I'd be like, "What are you doing?" Be like,
He would do that to piss you off.
I would do it to
though.
piss
That's
them
true.
off.
Yeah, that would be funny.
But I would.
It would be
is
funny.
nice,
It would be.
guys.
It would be funny. It
But
would
I
be
would
funny.
be more likely to go like, "Ew, knock it off, F slurs."
Yeah, seriously.
What the fuck is wrong with you two? Get
This
a
is so
room.
weird. What are you doing? And then also on Lex's podcast, he'll praise Elon every chance he gets, and he'll even ask his guests questions like this.
A little bit more love. What do you admire in the name of love about Elon Musk?
His
What?
eyes.
What? Why would you ask any other man? Hey, Virgie, what do you admire in the name of love about Mersh?
Bro, are you fucking gay?
Kind of.
And Lex always says shit.
Ted Turjak says Lex sucks. There's so much about chasing among the cloud chasing among these Ivy League douchebags. Control that with someone like a Bronze Age pervert who has degrees in MIT, Harvard, and Berkeley, and kept it all secret until he was doxxed.
Shit like this. He's always talking about the importance of love, and he just sounds so childish. Like he thinks everything can be solved through the power of love and forgiveness. Like when he had on Zelensky, he said he just needs to learn to forgive Putin, which no matter what side you're on there, to think that those two are going to forgive each other is just absolutely insane. But Lex acts like he lives in a fairy tale world, and whenever there's a conflict or a problem, he thinks it can just be solved with the power of love. And you can tell even the guests he has on his show think it's kind of goofy how much he talks about this. And sometimes he even has trouble keeping a straight face.
If you were to ask me that, I'd be like, "What are you?" No, I would call him an F-slur. You would have to, right?
He mentions it.
There's no other excuse. There would be no other word for this.
I heard you're into this now.
Into this love thing?
Yeah. You think this is your solution to your depression?
Very good.
No, I'm just trying to, like you said, enlighten people in a cage. I'm trying to sell. But in that sense, I would say the power of love is the philosophy you might apply to Brett. Any chance you talk to Joe again and reinvigorate your friendship?
Yeah, well, I reached out to him privately when I saw that.
Did
clip.
you use the power of love?
The Huey Lewis song?
Don't need money.
Don't need fame. Don't need a credit card to ride in this train.
And in my opinion, this whole image he portrays of being all about love and understanding.
That's a
seems
litmus
like a
test, by the
facade.
way, because
I
if
mean,
you don't know that song, because I can excuse you not knowing Huey Lewis in the news. And I can
Back to the
excuse you of
Future,
not
man.
knowing certain songs from certain bands. But I swear to God, if you don't know Power of Love by Huey Lewis, then that means you don't know Back to the Future or Huey Lewis. And at that point, I'm thinking, why did you even exist?
Yeah.
If you didn't know these things, you wasted
Try
a whole
so
life.
hard to-
Yeah, seriously, start over. It's never too late to start over and watch Back to the Future.
There's a lot of shit from my childhood I can forgive people being like, oh, I don't know that one. And you're like, that's fine. But there is a certain list of things where
Yeah.
it's like, you don't know that one? Where
Come
were
on.
you? Were you in a cave?
Act like he's a really thoughtful and caring person who just wants to understand everybody and their opinions and perspective.
And I'm willing to be patient, to learn, to listen, to humble
love.
myself with knowledge for the sake of.
Oh, he's one of those really, really hardcore pseudo intellectuals too. Like that whole, like, I'm gonna humble myself with knowledge because it's really, it's all about like just talking to each other, man.
The pursuit of knowledge.
Pessy, I got a job for you, bud. I'm gonna find this clip. Do you remember those like late 2000s like fucking like dating by tape things?
Oh, that's
where
funny.
people would record them over top of like shitty fucking copyright free romantic music.
What was the name of the famous one that went around?
Oh God, I can't remember.
I'll send it to you right now. Just give me like 5
What
minutes.
was it called?
It just like hold on.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I got it.
80s video dating
I got
montage.
it. So you're talking about this. Here you go.
Are you looking
I remember this.
Okay, early to. All right, I'm Lex Friedman, and I went to MIT, and I'm looking for a girl that has a high IQ and a big bust size.
And if not, I'll settle for Ashley St. Clair, because if I could probably still taste Elon's dick on her.
Bed, early to rise, makes a woman healthy, wealthy, and wise.
Hell yeah.
That's why you're wiser than me. It's Steven. Hi,
What are
I'm
your
Maurice.
thoughts on love?
I'm an executive by day and a wild man by night.
Hell yeah, me too, man. I like him.
Hi, my name's Monroe. You've probably already noticed that I have incredibly blue eyes.
This is the guy right here. That
No,
guy. That
this
guy's-
is the guy.
Oh, no, this guy fucks.
Hi, my name is Phil. Most of my friends call me Big Phil.
Hell yeah.
Oh God, they see my cock.
All right, sorry. That's basically Lex Friedman.
Knowledge itself. I try to think deeply about the world,
Listen to this. He's sucking his own cock.
to look for the beautiful ideas in the minds of others, and to be inspired by them.
But then he goes around blocking anybody that's even remotely critical.
Yeah, he's blocked me before. Then he unblocked me.
He is extremely thin-skinned.
Yeah.
Of him, even people in the same field, AI and computer scientists, he'll block them. Even if you like the wrong tweet, he'll block you. And then also a ton of people have been banned from his subreddit. And I guess if you even ask any questions about his background or anything, you'll get banned. Like if you say he graduated from Drexler and not MIT,
He graduated from Drexler.
they'll ban you. So this doesn't really seem like somebody who's all about having conversations and understanding where people are coming from. And then also one time, Mark Norman, he told this story about how he was doing a podcast with Lex, and it was at a hotel, and Lex needed to print something, but the printer wasn't working, and he said Lex started yelling at the lady who was working there. And Mark sounded pretty surprised by it, because obviously if you listen to Lex's podcast, he sounds very even-tempered and relaxed, and he talks a lot about love and compassion. But then if a printer breaks down, he'll flip out.
I didn't hear this either.
Well, what's fun is we did it in a hotel in New York. He was in town for some reason, and the printer wasn't working in the lobby, and I got to watch him yell at the lady behind the desk, and that was weird, seeing him not be that robot guy. He was like, "What the hell? The printer doesn't work. Get your shit together." And some girl like, "I don't know," and I want to be like, "Hey, that's the autistic guy."
In this part of
That was really good. Hey, that's the autistic guy.
I like Mark Norman. I don't love him as much as some people do, but he is funny.
podcast was originally posted as a clip, like to the We Might Be Drunk clip channel, but then it was deleted.
It was deleted because I guarantee you, Rogan or Lex messaged him. He was like, "Hey, delete that. It makes me look bad."
Which makes me think Lex told them to delete it. So this guy's just a really strange character. I mean, he's like an enigma. And it seems like he came out of nowhere. You know, like somehow Rogan found out about him and had him on. And then he started his own podcast and right away had on Elon Musk. And now he's one of the biggest podcasters in the world and has on the same caliber of guests as Rogan, like Mark Zuckerberg, Donald Trump, Kanye West, and even people that Rogan hasn't had on that he probably wants to, like Jeff Bezos. And then also for some reason, Lex spent a Thanksgiving with Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner. So Lex's rise to fame, in my opinion, just feels kind of...
Look at him. This is something else that would be in a Netflix documentary when a woman goes missing, and then they would show the boyfriend.
He really does. Like, it's dead. It's a dead-eyed, weird stare.
Yeah.
You ever watch a Forensics Files and they're showing pictures of the family and you're like, oh, that motherfucker did it.
And that was the last time they were seen together, and then it goes photo negative.
Yeah. Then exactly.
kind of contrived, like he's an industry plant or something. I mean, even Ari and Mark during this podcast I just played were like, this guy just popped up out of nowhere and everybody's acting like they know him already. It's kind of weird.
Ari can always be relied on to just say what
Yeah,
you
like,
said in the car.
wait a minute, who is this fucking guy again?
Yeah.
Like, he would be the one going, who is this fucking guy? Like, who brought
just
this
like
guy
everybody
in
like
here?
Huberman, everybody like Lex Friedman. Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm going to invite him to my wedding." Like, you didn't even know it existed 4 months ago.
Ari for the dub.
Thank you, Ari.
Ari's always dropping W's.
What the fuck are we talking
He gets
about?
Elon Musk, he gets Tucker Carlson, he gets Rogan, he gets all these giant names, and he's just like an MIT robot.
So even Rogan's comedy friends seem to be confused about why Lex is so popular all of a
God, I
sudden.
love Ari, man. Ari,
like Tim Dillon.
Ari doesn't give a fuck.
Can I just say something? And people are going to get mad because they're going to take this the wrong way. I'm not saying he's the same thing, but in current year, Ari's the closest thing we have to Patrice O'Neal.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
As far as, now I'm not saying he's as funny, but I'm saying in terms of being like that fucking like divining rod of truth in the room. That's just like, what are you talking about? You just met this fucking guy. What do you mean you're inviting him to your wedding? You know what I mean? There's very few people left that aren't like, you know, at least kind of fake and will just keep it to themselves. He's one of the last ones carrying the torch of like, you know, you sound like a fucking idiot when you say that. You're like, thank you, Ari.
He thought the same thing.
It feels
after
like he's the same model car in a different color.
Exactly. Like, same make of car, but different model.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
he did Lex's
still
podcast.
a Nissan.
Oh, here we go.
And this was maybe one of the best rants from him. He did Lex's podcast, and afterwards he's like, everyone says Lex is a genius, and I'm sure he is, but what does he even do other than whack off Elon Musk? And he just starts going off on him and Eric Weinstein. And this caused Eric to have like a mental breakdown. And he went on Rogan's podcast afterwards to prove what he's done, like his life's work. And it was a complete disaster. It was so embarrassing. I covered that on Patreon. Make sure you check that out. It was hilarious.
Good plug, man. I give you that too, Lazy.
But it sounds
Fuck,
like
I wanna
Rogan
see that.
convinces all his comedy friends to do Lex's podcast. And they go on there and afterwards they're like, that was cool, but who the hell is that guy and where did he come from and what does he even do?
He's great. He's a genius. I can't even believe he's talking to me. And everyone says he's a genius. I don't know if he's a genius. I'm sure he is a genius. What does he do? He's a coder?
Yeah, for AI. Yeah.
Wait, what? So what does that even mean?
So like he
Does anyone have to ask credentials anymore? Everyone goes, Eric Weinstein's a genius. Does anyone know why? Is there anything they've done? No, truly, because all they do is talk. Is there anything they've built? Is there one appliance that they have anything to do with? Have they come up with something even like the Rotato, which peels and slices a potato as you could?
Does.
Is there
That's
one
pretty
thing
cool.
any of them
Cool.
have done
That guy was a
except
genius.
whack off Elon Musk and talk. I'm literally asking. And I love them all. And I don't, but I do. But whatever. They're funny. But I mean, and you can't find a thing they do. What is their job? What is any of their jobs?
to do research.
Into what? Why and who? Where? Where's the what? They all do research all day. What are they researching? They're just talking about trans people. They're all supposedly tech geniuses who's talking about who has a cock. I'm not dead serious. And all they're talking about is if somebody's tucking the D.
So that might be his best rant. I mean, it's so funny. Like, Rogan tries to convince all these people that Lex is a super genius.
He's not. He's easily impressed. He's the same reason. But we're not going to fall for it again with the Neil deGrasse Tyson. We're not fucking falling for it again. We're not going to let this other phony that people are catching on already. Like we were saying, people are going, who the fuck is this guy? He just shows up.
Dude, the Rogan and Elon Musk pipeline is I'm sick of it. It's actually now has the opposite effect on me where I'm less curious about people when I just see them pop up and they're on all these shows. I'm like, nope, not interested. I'm instantly not interested in it.
Brother Cheerio says, I'm still trying to catch up with all the Daywave Ron OTC episodes I missed during my Florida trip. Can you guys take a day off so I can catch up? Also, where do we get our ideas from?
You got it, bud. We're not coming in tomorrow. You got it.
Just for you. Genocide Circus. He crashed in the fitness center because the same chick from the last time was in there wasn't falling for the I forgot my key fob trick again. Scoop says, looking forward to tomorrow's show, gents. I'll be sure to get the popcorn popping and the sodas pouring. Genocide Circus, Crispin Mittens, because touching things barehanded feels weird. Okay, that's weird. You're weird. You're a weird guy. Nightwave?
Nightwave tonight. And then hopefully Frontier's entire nationwide internet doesn't go out tonight. That'll be fun. Join us.
Patsy?
Yes, sir. I'm up next.
Virgie?
Yes, but actually this time.
Yeah, he didn't show up last night.
What a loser.
Yeah, no. Went to Yard House. I was very tired.
All right, guys, we're out of here. See ya. Daywave tomorrow, 10 a.m. Bye.
And another man say, change your heart to a little white guy.